guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to share with you my TBR for the Olympic Games readathon. So the Olympic Games readathon is a Percy Jackson inspired readathon. It was created by Ishii, and I will be sure to include the Twitter page for the Olympic Games as well as Ishii's YouTube page. I'm very excited. I think there is so much hype right now surrounding Percy Jackson because apparently it's going to be picked up for a Disney Plus show or movie, so very, very exciting. I've personally only have read the first Percy Jackson book and I did not love it. I know, scandalous. But I will be giving it a second try. I do plan on continuing the series. I, in case you can't tell by my wardrobe, am representing Team Aphrodite. Yes, I am a daughter of Aphrodite and very proud. So for this Olympic Games readathon, there are 5 mandatory challenges that you must complete, and then there are 3 additional challenges, but you cannot complete those advanced challenges until you have completed the 5 mandatory challenges. Also, what I thought was interesting with this readathon is that you are not allowed to double up on challenges. You must read a specific book for each prompt, which, not gonna lie, got me into a bit of a panic because I'm usually one to double up on challenges just because a long TBR can stress me out. But, you know, stepping out of my comfort zone. So I do have 8 books that hopefully will be read. In case I didn't mention, this is a readathon that will take place throughout the entire month of June. So I'm feeling hopeful that I'll be able to get through all 8 books. Prompt number 1. Read a book with romance. Of course, Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. So for this prompt, I chose You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. I believe this is a debut for this author, and I'm actually going to be reading it through Audible as an audiobook. It's basically this couple who is engaged, and they seem to have like the perfect relationship to the outside world, but secretly they've become disillusioned with each other, and they're both not really sure they want to go on with this wedding, but there is a catch because whoever calls off the wedding foots the entire bill of the wedding. So obviously neither of them wants to give in and have to pay for the whole wedding if they cancel it. So apparently it's a lovers to enemies to lovers trope. It sounds fun. I'm not one to read contemporary romance novels, so I'm excited and hopefully I enjoy it. Prompt number 2, read a book with a beautiful cover. And for this, I chose Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nigan. And this is a book that's been sitting on my shelf since it came out, and I have not read it. So I thought, I love this cover. I think it's beautiful. It's purple, my favorite color, so I just think this cover is mesmerizing, and I thought, why not go ahead and read it, because my boyfriend is always hating on me because I don't read enough of my physical books. So boyfriend, this one's for you. This book, again, I'm not too sure what it's about. I believe it is a fantasy. The main character is taken from her home to serve the king. I believe she is one of 7 or a large number of concubines for this king, and she goes and kind of throws the system on its head, I believe. Again, don't take my word for it. I don't know a whole lot. It seems that the main character, Lei, falls in love with someone while at the palace serving as a concubine to the king. So apparently that causes, you know, problems, and now she's fighting not only to escape for herself, but also for love. How far is Lei willing to go for her freedom? Prompt number 3, read a book with a strong, independent female main character. And for this, I chose The Wicked King by Holly Black. Again, a book that has been sitting on my shelf since it came out. I read the first book, I gave it a 5 stars. Thinking about it now, I think it was more of a 3.5 or 4 stars. I still really enjoyed it. I'm very excited to get to the sequel, and I just think Jude is, when people talk about her, I mean, you know, she's just like that bad bitch. So obviously she is a strong, independent female character, and I can't wait to read more about her and Cardin, because I've seen all of these tweets on Twitter that I have no context for because I have not read this book. Especially for the last book, I'm just excited and I'm ready to get back into this world. Prompt number 4, read a classic novel. So for this one, I chose The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I debated doing a retelling of a classic because I couldn't think of a classic that I would want to read, but I remembered that I read The Great Gatsby my junior year of high school, and I actually really enjoyed it. I know on Twitter I've seen a few people who didn't enjoy it, so I don't know. I did. I enjoyed it. It was a short book. I remember it being short, so maybe that painted my memory of it. So I'm excited to read it again. I've not read it other than that one time for school, and it's also really rare for me to like, and I think this is kind of with everyone, I think it's weird to like in assigned school reading. Prompt number 5. So for prompt number 5, it asks that you complete an Aries prompt. So I am doing read a book with a red cover, and I chose Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schultz. I believe the original cover of this book is like a teal blue color, but this is my Owl Crate edition, which does have red on the cover. It's not an entirely red book, but I'm still gonna count it because it has a red cover. This one I think is more of like a mystery fantasy book. I remember being really excited when this came out to read it, and I also know Heather from Aphrodite Reads really hyped this book up, so I'm very excited for it. So if I finished all of those books, I will be allowed to do the advanced challenges. And the first advanced challenge is archery. That's my dog. A book shorter than 200 pages, which, yes, I need short books if I'm going to succeed in this readathon. And I chose the Breakfast at Tiffany's novel by Truman Capote, I don't know. But I believe this is a novella that includes Breakfast at Tiffany's as long as 3 other short stories, but it is under 200 pages. I love Breakfast at Tiffany's, the movie. It is my absolute all-time favorite movie. It is my feel-good movie, and I have never read the book. I know the author did not actually approve of the movie. He was actually really unhappy with the way they portrayed his novel, so I'm a little nervous just because, am I going to enjoy the book? What if I like the book more than the movie? I don't know, but I think it's time for me to read Breakfast at Tiffany's. The second advanced challenge is canoeing, a book with a blue cover. And I have chosen Spell Hacker by M.K. England. This is her sophomore novel. I loved her debut novel, The Disasters. I give it a 5 stars. Oh my goodness, I loved it so much. She's definitely one of the first authors that made me enjoy sci-fi, the sci-fi, YA sci-fi genre. This is kind of like a heist sci-fi story, found family trope. I have really high hopes for this book, and I'm excited to get to it. The final advanced challenge is Pegasus Writing, a book published within the last 5 years. And for this, I chose Anna K by Jenny Lee. This was actually the book I was going to choose for the classic novel prompt. So Anna K by Jenny Lee is a retelling, modern retelling of Anna Karenina by, I have no idea what his first name is, but I think his last name's Tolstoy. So I read the synopsis for Anna K, and then I ended up looking up the synopsis for Anna Karenina. So I guess in a way I have spoiled myself, but I think it would be so amazing to read Anna Karenina in a modern setting, and especially I just love, you know, like Upper East Side, you know, high society New York. So this book, I believe, was published earlier this year. I think it is a 2020 released novel. I feel like for all of these, I'm really excited. Some more than others, but still, I have really high hopes for all of these books, and I think June is going to be a great reading month. So yeah, those are all of the challenges. I am actually so ready for June. Like, I'm looking forward to June. I'm not a person who does TBRs, but for readathons, obviously, I enjoy doing them, and I'm really happy with all of the choices that I made. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you'll be joining in on the Olympic Games readathon, and if so, what cabin are you in? That's it to this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. My name is Elle. Go Team Aphrodite, and I'll see you in next time's video.